Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Sports Clinik on Unilag TV. My name is Victor Adeomi, and of course I'm here with Ayoluide Wiley. Welcome to the show, Yoi.
Yeah, good to be here again.
Yeah, unfortunately Sean is not here to join us, but of course the show has to move on. If you have not heard, Neymar is officially a PSG player. His move for Barcelona has been confirmed, and his £222 million fee has been generating lots of controversy, and that's going to form the basis of our discussion that me and you are going to have. So we're going to be talking about Neymar. But before we get into the Neymar story, we quickly have to talk about some tidbits in other areas, in other sports, and then we'll come back to the Neymar story. If you were part of the show last week, we talked about Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. Joshua was supposed to fight Klitschko on November 11th, but now we are hearing that Klitschko has sensationally retired. Yo, why? Klitschko is out of the game.
Yeah, he came out a few days ago just to announce his retirement on social media and wished Anthony Joshua well. And Anthony Joshua also thanked him for being a mentor and hope he will be by his side so he can run for the next 10 years. I mean, you have to respect what the Klitschko, especially Vladimir, what he has done to the world of boxing. You know, the Klitschko brothers have kept the heavyweight category alive for years now. Ever since the likes of Linus Lewis and Evander Holyfield left the ring. So I think a legend is gone, and the boxing world, the entire boxing world will miss it.
So now the question is, what next for Joshua? Joshua is supposed to fight his mandatory challenger, that's Pulev, before December 2nd, or he will lose his title. So Joshua has got to move on now.
Of course he has, and you know the rematch has been causing a bit of controversy, and I mean, I'm sure the Joshua camp will be happy this one is out of the way already and just have to focus on their next bout before December 2, or else he's going to lose his world title.
Yeah. But looking at Joshua's his career path, now that he's been touted as the next generation. So do you think that title or that is this the phrase now is too much of for him to be on the shoulder, calling him as the leader of the next generation in boxing?
Well, Joshua is not that young. He's not in his...
He's 20,
he's close
27,
to
28.
Yeah. So for a boxing age, that's not so young. So he's been at the edge trying to break through. So he's a late starter.
Yes.
He's not a late starter like the likes of Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson. But I think he has enough in his pouch to take boxing to the. He's a showman, and with the help of
Tyson Fury is no more in the game too. So everything is now in hands of
Joshua. For me, I think he has brought new life to the whole heavyweight category because the fight with Klitschko generated a lot, and again the whole British thing. You know, the British media would hype anything, and so I think Joshua can take heavyweight boxing to the next level.
All right, okay. Let's quickly move on now to athletics. The World Athletics Championship starts today, and Usain Bolt, the so-called face of athletics, is going to be having his last race. He's going to be running his last race, the 100-meter race, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
So Usain Bolt, he's going to be this, like, there's no replacement for him. Nobody coming up on the stage, but of course he's had an illustrious career so far.
I mean, he's had an enviable career.
Eight Olympic gold medals.
Nobody come close to him. But no, he has 7 now. One was taken away from him. But I mean, what he has done over the years, he has changed the face of sprinting because everybody now wants to see what.
Funny thing is, he didn't even start as a sprinter.
He just too many. Something happened to Ashava Powell. Jamaica needed a representative, and he broke the national record in his first race, in his first major championship. I mean, nobody has come close. Even he himself hasn't come close to the 9.58 he set a few years ago. I think we won't see anything like Usain Bolt. I mean, it was pure magic on the track. You know, he's on. For the first time in a long while, you could put your money on a sprinter that this guy is going to win this race. You know, he had a bit of challenges during his career, the likes of Johan Blake, Justin Gatlin, but they were all pretenders.
But the question is it too early calling it quits?
Well, it's his body. We don't know how he feels in his body. I also feel at least he should have waited to the next Olympic. But we've had it come. In fact, he wanted to retire after the last Olympic before he gave himself more years. So I guess he just he wanted to retire on the eye.
Exactly. Retire, call it quits when the nation is loudest.
But don't be surprised if he comes out of retirement. Anyway, this sports men.
And then still on the world, the IAF World Championship. Of course, we know that we have 10 Nigerian contingents. They are going to be representing the country, and Messi Okagbere Sorry, Blessing.
Blessing
Not Messi.
Okagbare, yeah.
Okagbare is the one leading the country.
That's
We wish them the
that's
best
our only
of
hope for getting them.
we wish
better.
them the best. I hope that we don't know how much of preparations they've had, so we have
sure
to
they've
wish
not
them. We
had
have to
much.
wish them the very best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quickly to the Nigerian Premier League. All right. Now, Aqua United were third the last time we talked about the Nigerian Premier League on the show, and now they are second. The Premier League is game week 32 after 32 games, and of course we have about 6 games left. Plateau United are still top of the league. MFM United have dropped to third. Aqua United are second. It's like we already have our champions, don't you think?
Plateau United, well, in Nigeria, nothing is certain until. In fact, football generally is not certain, but in Nigeria, it's even not more certain. We know in this business end of the season, a lot of what we call in the local palace mago happen. So don't be surprised if anything happen. Like it's not man. Plateau United, they are not man dry yet, so they still need to keep working on and off the field.
All right. But looking at MFM they are dropping because now they've dropped to third. Of course, it's going to be CAF Confederations Cup rather than the Champions League. And I don't think that was their target for the season.
Well, but they were. I'm sure they were in contenders when the season started. I mean, they're a young club.
That's people. You have people that were.
No, they recruited well, but
exactly.
I mean, they are not such of. They are not so much of an household name. They are just a team that is trying to break into that elite category, and for me, they've done well for themselves this season. They can pick it up from here next season, and who knows, they might even win the championship next season.
It's not too much. It's not too much for you to say that they can win the league. Is it?
Of course, it's not. Anything like
It's
I said, anything can happen in this
6,
country.
7 points behind, so
They've done so well this season, and they might do better next season.
All right. As we round up this segment, before we came into the studio, the UEFA Champions League qualifying round draw has been made, and of course we're going to talk about 2 standout fixtures. First of all, Hoffenheim are going to play Liverpool, which is I think one of the most difficult fixtures for Liverpool.
I mean, any English team facing a German side in a European competition knows how tough it will be, and we knew how good the Hoffenheim team were last season with their young. They have the youngest.
But looking at other teams in the pot, why Hoffenheim?
Well, that's why I scored a draw. It was their luck. And if there's anything that can
that's the hardest. I think that's
if there's anything that can stop, it was either Hoffenheim or Sevilla they needed to avoid.
Yes.
They got Hoffenheim. They are as decent as any German team you can think of. If Liverpool, of course, they've been brilliant in the preseason, but they defeated Bayern, a very strong Bayern Munich side just a few days back. So that was a very good preparation for the Hoffenheim game. I think they are the favourite, no doubt about it. But if there's anything that can stop Liverpool, is this Hoffenheim team.
And then Liverpool, they either have to win the game or they are going to
drop to
the Europa League. And sadly, they could come and join us.
No, I think we need for the sake bants aside now. The English teams need to. There
are going to be 5 this season.
Yeah, but no, like we could have our coefficient dropped.
Yeah.
English teams need to do well this season. For the sake of the coefficient.
Liverpool up their game and
get to the group stages.
On the other game, Nice is going to be going away to Napoli.
Yeah,
Napoli shouldn't even be playing qualifiers, in my opinion.
Well, I think people that don't follow the French league probably won't know how good Nice. And there's this
Nice defeated Ajax. Yes, Ajax. They knocked Ajax out.
And there's this one of the finest midfielders in Europe right now, Sergi. Rather. Nice qualifying for the group stage will determine if he stays in Nice or not. So I think that's an added.
Don't you think it's going to be more of the transfer fee rather than the
No, you said is the only reason he's going to consider moving away from Nice is when they don't qualify for the group stage of the Champions League.
Okay.
But we know these players cannot be trusted. But as it stands,
but then playing Napoli, you know how strong Napoli is.
Napoli is very strong, but again, the beauty of these playoffs is that you only play 2 games. If you go off in any of those days, it could be your greatest undoing. So the Napoli team.
So Mario Balotelli and co have a lot to prove.
It's a very, very, for me, it's a very, very balanced game because they really did so well last season in the French league.
Other games, Celtic are going to play in Astana. Astana are not, we can't say they're right.
But last season and Celtic they've not been doing so well in Europe. They're just local champions.
Other game, Young Boys, CSK Moscow, not so much to talk about.
All
right. We have to go on a quick break. When we come back from this break, we're going to be delving into the issue of Neymar and his 222 million euro transfer fee. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. right, glad to have you guys back on the show. It's still Sports Clinic here on Unilag TV. As I said earlier, we're going to be talking about Neymar and his 222 million euro transfer fee. Quickly, let me bring AY. I would like to hear your thoughts. First of all, Neymar is officially no more a Barcelona player. Nobody would have thought about that because, of course, Barcelona and Real Madrid are supposed to be at the top echelon of European transfers. But now Neymar is leaving Spain for France. Was it something that you even anticipated could happen?
No, I didn't. I mean, not even the fee. Very outrageous. 200. You
Exactly.
know, few years back, we always say now, if you want to buy Messi or Ronaldo, you have to pay 200. We never thought a team in their right senses would actually drop that much for a footballer. But again, you don't blame this footballer. I'm not someone who blames a footballer for his. He didn't value himself. It was his buyout clause, and for you to get him, you needed to meet that buyout clause. So it was. But I think for the sake of the game we love so much, the UEFA or FIFA, whoever, need to do something.
In fact, before we came in here, I saw a story where FIFA is investigating, has asked the European Union to investigate the flow of
I mean, I'm sure there are going to be a lot of court cases regarding this deal, because even Pogba's deal to United for 89 million generated a lot of controversies that FIFA had to step in. So I'm sure this would also bring, in fact, paying the money alone was controversial. But again, you can't take anything away from Neymar. For me, it was a move that I knew was going to happen. I mean, Neymar is a poster boy in Brazil. He's the biggest name in Brazilian football. Yeah. Playing second fiddle, playing in the shadows of an Argentine called Lionel Messi. I'm sure Brazilian fans wouldn't have loved that. So it was a move that needed to happen for Neymar, because as long as you play in Barcelona, you've always been in Messi's shadows, and your chances of winning Ballon d'Or would be slim. But now that he has gone to
he's claiming that he wants challenges.
Yeah, challenge.
Is France the best place to get kind of challenges?
Challenges might not be because of the quality of league. Challenges might be because of the awards he thinks he deserves to win.
No, maybe that's what I'm saying.
Okay. You're saying the league is blah blah. Okay, fine, let's agree. But what about the challenge to take a club like PSG to win the Champions? That's also a big challenge. Zlatan failed to do it. Cavani, Di Maria, they failed to do it. So Neymar being in PSG, if they go on to win the Champions League, that would be a very great statement, and it will be a very, very strong contender for the Ballon d'Or. I'm sure the Ballon d'Or would have played a part. And again, for the fact that there's no way you would have shined Messi, no matter how good you are. He needed to move, he needed new challenge, and again, the money is just so ridiculous for you to turn.
515 million pounds
after tax every week. I mean,
if you convert that to naira, that's over 200 million per week from like a Monday to Sunday.
Which player? And a lot of people talk about loyalty. What's loyalty in football? These players are businessmen. Okay, if someone wants to double your salary to live wherever you are right now to work elsewhere, won't you consider it? So there's nothing like loyalty. The era of loyalty in football has gone by the likes of Ryan Giggs, Steven Gerrard, and all.
They were not offered the possibility of the.
Let's even say they were, but these days in today's football, the money is so crazy. There's a lot of money in football right now. There's nothing like loyalty. Let's not kid ourselves. Yeah. So I think the Barcelona fans are just being a bit touchy. Of course, if it was your club.
But before we delve into the issue of loyalty, I still want to dwell on the issue because the whole transfer, because it was a transfer that was not even on the cards beginning of the summer. All right.
It was Barcelona played themselves.
Yeah, they started. Of course.
They were going illegally to try to sign Marco Verratti, and the PSG chiefs just felt let's pay them back in their own coin, and they got Neymar. I mean, when the rumor started, we didn't believe it was going to happen.
Exactly.
But again, I think Neymar himself wanted to move. Yeah. That was what helped the transfer.
But then we looked at other release clauses of other players, and it's ridiculous to even know that. For instance, Ronaldo is 1 billion. Ronaldo is 1 billion pounds. Yeah. 1 billion. Is it
1 billion euros? Yeah.
Benzema is about the same.
1 billion euros.
Is it Modric?
Messi is 300.
Yeah. No.
Messi 500.
Exactly. My question is, if is it that Barcelona actually had in mind that eventually they could?
No, like we said now, nobody ever thought any team would drop 200 million pounds to buy a player. So release clauses are meant to scare away clubs. So Ronaldo, Madrid probably know someone will always come, but maybe Barcelona trusted Neymar too much. Just the same way they see. How it works is that even if a club meets the release clause, it's down to the player to decide if he wants. So they
but then you know, the La Liga had an issue with even the payment of the 222 million euros because they said it's illegal. And then what I read was how they even went about the whole thing. They found a loophole. They paid Neymar, Qatar paid Neymar 300 million euros to be an ambassador for the World Cup in 2022. I don't understand how you look for an ambassador for the World Cup in over 6 years time. And then after that, Neymar bought his own release. He bought his own contract. That's his 220 million, and then signed for PSG as a free agent.
Well, La Liga is a very corrupt system. Even when United were trying to sign Herrera had to pay his own buyout clause for United to sign him. So it has always been like that. It's never easy. We've seen 80 million go from EPL to it wasn't this complicated. So I think the La Liga themselves, even if it was Madrid coming to buy Neymar, there was always going to be a complication. But again, PSG, going by the financial fair play rule, PSG had no right to spend that much on a player because one, they didn't win any big trophy last season. They've not sold any player.
The question is what's the role of the financial fair play?
I think for now it's just a rule that has not been implemented yet, because if it was really being implemented, the outrageous fees we are seeing right now.
When the FFP when they started the whole FFP issue, clubs were becoming a little bit more conscious of how much they spend. They to be on the watch list. But now it's like
you know, the FFP was started by the Platini UEFA.
Yeah, UEFA, yes.
Maybe the change of power and made it, but I'm sure with this Neymar deal, everybody will be on their toes.
But then looking forward, removing Neymar from the picture now, how will this affect the rest of deals in the transfer? Because it's seeming like average players are not going to be.
It's true. Mourinho said a couple of days ago that the problem is not Neymar now. The problem is, I mean, if you talk of, if there was ever a 200 million player after Ronaldo and Messi, you'd want to talk about Neymar. So maybe, let's say, maybe he was worth it, but you would now see players of lesser quality going for. Imagine trying to sell Jesse Lingard and United asking for 150 million pounds. Like, so it will become so outrageous now that for you to sign a player, Liverpool now, I mean, Liverpool, reportedly, we had Liverpool turn 100 million euros for Coutinho. I mean, who does that? In 2, 3, 4 years ago, nobody would turn 100 million euros for any player. So, what the Neymar deal with, and Barcelona is the team I pity the most, because now, every team knows they have over 200 million euros to spend. Everybody will become greedy. They are saying Ousmane Dembele, they are saying Mbappe, they are saying Coutinho. These teams will milk them. So, it's going to be, teams will milk teams to sell their players away. So I mean, imagine trying to get Harry Kane from Tottenham or trying to get Dele Alli from Tottenham. So the UEFA people, they need to enforce the financial fair, because for smaller teams, for the sake of smaller teams, teams that can't afford to pay that bill.
And then people are speculating that this is going to make bigger teams pull away so much from the rest.
Of course, because.
You know, there was a time they were looking about the
in England, maybe they can afford so many teams in Premiership can afford to spend 50 million on a player. Let's not kid that. Everton are trying to sign Sigurdsson for close to 50 million. But in other leagues, now the Italian Serie A, the Spanish leagues, it's going to kill those leagues, because now, if you don't, for you to get an average player, you probably need 30 to 50 million. So where do they get that money from? So the financial fair play needs to come in play, that you cannot spend more than you are generating. And again, I think the Russians and the Arabs, they really killed the sport, because PSG wouldn't have spent. The only teams that can spend that much on players are probably PSG and Man City, because they are owned by Arab billionaires. United wouldn't spend. United are the highest revenue generating club right now.
They won't spend
200 million on it, because it's going to affect the balance of your sheet. PSG tried to convince La Liga that they were making more revenue than Madrid and Barcelona. But La Liga weren't convinced, because there is no way a French league team will be making more revenue than one of the biggest teams in England and one of the biggest teams in Spain. So the financial fair play rule needs to save us from this.
Okay, so let's switch back to the Neymar situation now. How will this Neymar transfer affect Barcelona's team play? Because of course we know that the greatest front three of recent time, MSN, has been disrupted. Who replaces the N? Of course, there are options.
There are options. Right? Mbappe, but the truth is, Mbappe looks like the before this whole Neymar drama. Mbappe looked like the biggest thing in the market. You would not buy.
As talented as Neymar.
It's not about being talented. It's about replacing Neymar with an equally high-profile player. Because again, the fear the MSN brought to opposing teams was immense. So you can't just get. They are trying to get a player from what's the name of the player again?
Was it Atletico?
I think it's Sociedad or something.
Sociedad, but he's a defender.
Yeah, like they are trying to. I think the new manager is trying to change the system. I'm not sure he's a big fan of 4-3-3 because in the preseason we saw that he tweaked. He played 4-5-1, 4-4-2 sometimes and all that. So he might try to tweak. It might not be necessarily a front three, but if they are going to go because they are touting.
A front three has always been
what Barcelona
exactly.
But the new manager might bring his own ideas, and they are trying to get Coutinho for instance. Coutinho is a CM / AM.
Exactly.
So if you are looking at Coutinho, that means they are trying to change your system. But regardless of the fact they have 200 million euros, they should be ready to spend big to get a player to replace him.
So the question is spending big on who exactly?
For me, I think Ousmane Dembele or Mbappe for me is the ideal replacement.
And then for Barcelona fans thinking that Neymar is a traitor.
No, it's not.
Why?
How many of them would not leave the job they are doing right now for a well-paid job?
Well,
Barcelona is not. If it's going to hold any loyalty to any club, it will be Santos in Brazil, not Barcelona.
Yeah.
Why should Barcelona? They don't even have the. They don't have the right to complain about loyalty because they've gone behind us to nick players from teams. We all know how they got Fabregas from Arsenal, the old press, the old pressure, and all that. Even this old Neymar, they went to court several times. They broke a lot of rules. They were banned. Yes. Financial, they got a transfer ban on this Neymar issue. So they also broke a lot of rules to get Neymar. So they are not in the right place to talk about loyalty.
That's the much we can take on this issue of Neymar. We'll go on a quick break. When you come back from this break, leagues are beginning to resume. Of course, the Community Shield happens this weekend, and the French League resumes today. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Welcome back to the final stretch of Sports Clinic on Unilag TV for today. This weekend is going to be the curtain raiser, the traditional curtain raiser in the English Premier League. Arsenal, the FA Cup winners, are going to be facing the Premier League champions Chelsea on Sunday. So, for the final time, let me bring you right back on the show. Arsenal versus Chelsea in the Community Shield. Of course, we know what to expect. The season is going to be one we have been looking forward to for the last 2.5 months plus. And now it's just less than 7 days to the Premier League.
Well, Arsenal, they've won the last 2 Community Shield they've been in.
Yeah.
They've done 6.
In fact, they've actually not lost at Wembley.
So I think, to me, they are Chelsea going by their pre-season form. Yeah, we keep saying it's pre-season, but the last time they had a terrible season, they were also this bad in pre-season. So yes. I'm rooting for Arsenal, but again, Arsenal cannot really be trusted. So, but for me, I think Arsenal.
It's not too early to start saying Arsenal cannot be trusted.
No. Over the years, I'm saying Arsenal can't really be trusted. We know they can.
But then, considering that this is still a friendly, right?
Conte has tagged this a trophy. It's a friendly, maybe not a trophy in the calendar, but for the teams, it's a bragging right. Yeah. You need to win this kind of games to give you needed confidence going into the season. So if Chelsea loses this game, for instance, now the party bottom might, because if you go by the how poor they've been in the preseason and you go away to the season,
and then looking at how
they were poor in the preseason that led to Mourinho getting fired. That was the first time Arsenal Wenger had one over Mourinho. In that same Community Shield when Oxygen scored that goal. So it might be they might try to get panicked, the Chelsea board and all that. So for the sake of sanity, I think.
But looking at let's quickly take a brief preview of how Chelsea season go. Looking at how is it disastrous that
they've not been. How has it been disastrous? They've gotten
some of Chelsea fans think they are transfer.
No, I'm not sure those fans are thinking well. They've gotten Morata, they've gotten Rudiger, they've gotten who else? They have 3 sides. They've gotten Bakayoko. These are very good signings on paper, but it's left to the manager to make them work. Yeah, he has been very critical of Morata in recent times, but again, it's just pre-season. Morata joined them late. Who knows what we'll bring to the table? We know the quality of Morata, but can he fit into the Chelsea system?
Let's leave the Community Shield and then move on to the French League. The French League actually starts proper today. Yeah. Of course, we know that Neymar could maybe make his debut against Amiens tomorrow.
The plan is to make him play this weekend. So it's going to be unveiled today. Yeah. And of course, players have to be.
But before the Neymar part, Monaco is going to first play Toulouse.
Yeah.
tonight?
Well, Monaco are the defending champion, but this
They finished 8 points ahead of PSG. So
signing Neymar rather has automatically made PSG the favorite to
the
win.
favorite doesn't. PSG have always been favorite every season.
Yeah,
but the last season Monaco proved that.
Yeah, they did, but I think this season they are
and then Monaco,
because
the rate at which
they sold players and they've not really replaced them adequately.
Exactly.
And Mbappe has said he wants to leave.
Mbappe wants to leave. Thomas Lemar is pushing for
a lot of. They've had a lot of unsettled. Yeah. They have a lot of unsettled players right now that can affect the flow. So I think they need to sort Lemar and Mbappe's whole story out quickly.
And then, but the good thing for the French league is that the transfer of Neymar is now going to push them.
It's going to bring attention. It's going to bring out a real life.
People are going to be more interested in what's.
I want to watch a £200 million player. Want to see what he does every week.
Okay, so as we round the show, your final words. We're looking forward to the season.
Well, we're just excited. I mean,
probably in the next edition of the show, we'll probably look at the preview.
Yeah, we should do that next weekend. I mean, the big one is starting next week, and well, we can't wait.
All right. Okay, that has been how we call it a day on today's edition of Sports Clinic here on Unilag TV. We'd like you to join us on the next edition of the show as we look forward to the starts of the major leagues around Europe and especially the start of the English Premier League.